Scorpio, let me ask you something. Why are you pretending you don't already know? You felt it, that quiet internal click, the moment where you're sitting there, maybe after another interview, maybe after sending another resume, something inside you goes, hey, I'm not who I was 6 months ago. This isn't just about getting a job. This is about refusing to audition for spaces that can't afford you. And that shift, it's subtle, it's calm, it's dangerous in the best way. Well, welcome back to Hermit in the Woods Tarot. My name is Matt. And from this little cabin tucked in the trees, somehow these messages travel across cities, across countries, across time zone, and land exactly where they're meant to. If you're here, it's not random. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you haven't, comment where you're watching from. I always love this, seeing how far this quiet space reaches. If you have questions or themes you want me to read on, drop them below. A lot of these readings start with something one of you might say. Today this is just general guidance. Use your judgment, keep your power. I don't tell you what will happen. I help you see what's unfolding. And the forest teaches us something simple. That growth is rarely loud. Trees don't announce that they're getting taller. Roots don't post updates. And this channel, it's not fantasy escape. It's not everything will magically work out. It's just about truth, reflection, growth, even when it's uncomfortable. And Scorpio, today it feels like positioning. I feel like you're circling something that is already starting to belong to you. But let's take a look at the Iron Throne spread. And today I'm using the House of Dragon Tarot deck. The Iron Throne spread is 5 cards that show you the smoothest path to claiming what's rightfully yours. This spread is about power, positioning, strategy, and timing. And the theme we're still building on is that job around the corner. That theme is still in the air, I think, for a lot of Scorpios. So we're going to dive further into this, and this is also a reading for next week, but this reading is always relative. As soon as you watch it, there might be some lessons here that you can take with you really at virtually any point in your lifetime. But I feel like interviews are coming in for a lot of Scorpios. You're sharper, you're practicing, you're not rambling anymore, and you learned. Sunday, March 8th, Venus is meeting Saturn in Aries. And I feel like that's commitment energy around work, routines, health. You're not playing anymore, you're structuring your life. The moon in your sign harmonizing with Pisces sun boosts Scorpio's confidence. It also gives us creativity, and I am a Scorpio myself, so if I say me or I am a Scorpio. And even your romantic magnetism is getting stronger. Politically, socially, the world tends to feel unstable. Obviously, the war in Iran was a mistake. As always, the buffoon got us into another decades-long war that the people are going to have to pay for. And did we get health care yet? Nope. No, they can't do America first like he promised. But what a disaster. But let's move on. I know people are nervous about money, security, direction. And probably not just Scorpios, that's everybody. Obviously the stock market dropped. Dropped quite a bit, but then it did pull back, as usual. But you want something solid. The deeper truth, you're beginning to see a situation differently. And for Scorpios, we're starting to see clearly. And there's no going back. But let's pull some cards here. And the first cards that dropped were the Five of Crowns, the Page of Crowns, and the Three of Blades in reverse. And this is for career mostly. There will be obviously messages for family and love. Grab a few more cards. We need 2 more and then a spirit message. And then later I'll pull 2 clarifying cards. And the Tower reverse came up. Well, that's good. Looks like maybe, and that looks like what's coming up, possibly next week or sometime in the future that you've seen this video. And last, the Knight of Crowns, and that also is in reverse. Alright, now we need a spirit message. And we pulled up the Knight of Dragons. Alright. So let's see what the Five of Crowns is going to tell us. The Five of Crowns, this is the part of you don't show people. It's the disappointment, maybe rejection. Feel like you got this email that started with, yeah, we decided to move forward with another candidate. You nodded. You act mature, sent a thank you letter, thanking them for interviewing you, but inside, it bit, it stung. This card says you're grieving something, not just a job, but an identity. Maybe you built your self-worth around being needed at your current position. Maybe you stayed in a role that is slowly shrinking you because it was stable, but you're hanging on to it. Mercury harmonizing with Jupiter supports long-term expansion, travel, education, bigger planning. And the Sagittarius moon highlights finances here. Optimism is there, but only if you not lock it in. And the brown energy I'm getting, this earth, it's you becoming more practical. Stop staring at what didn't choose you and look what's still standing. Some friendships are drifting too. You're noticing who only related to the version of you that tolerated less. And that chapter is closing quietly. You're growing stronger and starting to demand what you should be demanding. And the Page of Crowns, this is your strength right now. It's curiosity. You're not bitter. And that's really important, I feel. You're experimenting, trying new approaches, maybe updating your resume, maybe even considering fields you once dismissed. For me, yesterday I was out raking, spring cleanup, and I also have a tree that I've been slowly cutting down. And one branch, it's a lot of work for just cutting one branch. it's sad to see this tree go. It's pretty tall. It's a 40-footer, I would say. Maybe 30 feet. I don't know. It's really tall, but I can't just cut it down all at once. Like I said, one branch can take a day. Well, I mean, I'm sure I could do it all in one day, but it's a lot of work. But to cut it down, there's structures involved. I have to, a fire hydrant, I have to be careful. I can't have any cars parked in the driveway. So, and then on the other side is the garage, the edge of the garage. So I have to be really, and then there's also the neighbor's house, which I don't think it'll reach it, but you never know. It's really trying to judge it. And definitely wish I could hire somebody to cut it down, but my finances are pretty strict right now. Hoping to get working. I had 4 or 5 interviews the last week and a half, and then Monday I had an interview at a company that I actually interviewed for 2 positions that both have their merits, and I both gladly accept. Yeah, I hope I get one of them. And then there's also another company that I had an interview. Hopefully I get that. But yeah, as I was raking yesterday, I thought, well, while I got time, maybe I should offer my services of helping people do spring cleanup. And so I posted on LinkedIn and Facebook that, you know, I can do certain things, raking, not major tree removal, but like, you know, shrubbery, small branches here and there. You know, I got different equipment, like a 10-foot chainsaw that extends. It's electric, little battery powered. I also got a chainsaw, leaf blower, rake. I need a hedge trimmer, I think. But yeah, why not? You know, let's offer my services. But next, let's get into, or we already were talking about the Page of Crowns, and this is youthful energy without being naive. And you're considering fields you may have once dismissed, and I'm strongly getting this outdoor grounding here. This could be fishing, rock hunting, yard work, literally touching the earth. And that's what I feel throughout this reading, is this earth energy. Emotionally, you want deeper love now. It's not just attention, not validation. But when you get out of your head, clarity will return. And there's blue energy surrounding this card. It's calm confidence. You're realizing you've been shrinking yourself for comfort in both career and relationships. And I feel like that's over. And so let's move on to the next card, which is the Four of Blades. And this is in reverse, so this is you being exhausted, maybe from a cold winter, mentally drained, overthinking at 2 a.m., replaying those interviews in your head like it's a courtroom trial. Reverse, it's you're done spiraling, and this is moving into next week, which feels lighter. There's this growth opportunity coming. There's a cheerful current returning. People are noticing your uniqueness, your ideas. Red energy comes back online, motivation and drive. This isn't hustle and panic. You have a focused movement. You're stepping forward again, but smarter. The next card is the Tower in reverse, and this could be either already happened, maybe an issue that was, that you avoided disaster, but it also could be coming in the next week or two. It's possibly maybe not getting that one job, and maybe that's a protection. Maybe that job wasn't right for you. And I know people don't like to hear that, especially when you've been off 9 months. You're eager to get back, but sometimes you have to slow down and just listen to that current flow, listen to the birds chirping, try to get out of the house. I think that's going to be really therapeutic for a lot of us Scorpios. But the Tower in reverse, or the Tower reverse, it isn't chaos. It's an internal awakening. And you're realizing that maybe that environment wasn't aligned with who you were becoming. And life feels new, fresh. There may be a surprise invite, a message, a sudden shift in tone. You can flip almost any boring situation right now because your mindset changed. There's a quartz clarity, blue perspective, this brown earth grounding. And is this that job? For me, I feel like it's closer than Scorpios are realizing. But it may look slightly different than what you've originally applied for. Let's move into the Knight of Crowns, and this is reversed. This is where your attitude shows up. You don't trust easily anymore, and that's very good. Don't let skepticism turn into self-sabotage. This Knight reverse says, move carefully, not fearfully. You're developing strategy, you're reading contracts closely, you're asking better questions, and this is really mature color. Leadership is circling you, but it comes with responsibility. Stability is there. It's routine. You're not chasing flash. You want something long-term and sustainable. Next we get into the Knight of Dragons. And this is our spirit message here. And to me, I feel like this is bold, masculine energy. It's controlled fire. Tuesday's Taurus moon activating your relationship sector will bring powerful love energy, new attraction, unexpected chemistry. And I feel like you're drawn to what's unusual right now. It's not your typical type of person. And this is feeling like more for love and romance, but it could also be financially too. But like, if there's somebody in your circle that might be a little different, give them a chance. I feel like that could be a long-term partnership for you. And then financially, this might be you experimenting, maybe a side income, creative projects. The King says take bold steps, and for me, I was like, yeah, maybe I should try, rather than just sitting on the couch all day. Get out there, get in, maybe go fishing, well, I'm thinking about going fishing, but I know it comes with a cost. You gotta get your license, gotta get equipment, but yeah, I thought, well, maybe I'll offer my services to bake and do some spring cleanup, maybe other projects. It's not reckless, it's being brave. There's a red fire, blue calm. brown roots. And Scorpios carrying themselves like somebody to expect better. You're expecting, expecting something better, and that changes everything. So for your astrological expansion, Venus and Saturn together say commit or don't bother. There's an Aries energy out here pushing initiative. No more waiting for perfect conditions. The moon in Scorpio deepens emotional insight, and Scorpio's reading rooms differently now. Seasonally, we're in transition, winter fading, spring building. Emotionally, you're shedding, and Scorpio doesn't half shed. You outgrow entire skins. But I feel like there's celebrations coming about, and I think this is going to be key for a lot of Scorpios out there. It's probably most likely family, but also maybe work related. Maybe there's gatherings, maybe office meetings. And a man once demanded the hermit tell him if he would inherit a throne. And the hermit handed him an axe. Chop some wood, he said. And the man grew angry. But I asked about destiny. The hermit replied, destiny is built by those who prepare before they're chosen. Weeks passed, the man grew stronger, clearer, and calmer. And when opportunity finally came, he didn't panic, he was ready. Proverbs 24 says, sluggards do not plow in season. So at harvest time, they look but find nothing. And preparation isn't glamorous, but it is powerful. So let's get some clarifying cards, and we'll clarify what's on the horizon in relation with these cards. The first card that flew out was the Eight of Crowns. And next we get the Six of Crowns. And with the Eight of Crowns here, you're walking away from something emotionally, not dramatically, intentionally, towards something new. The Six of Crowns is reversed. And this is recognition may not come from, or recognition may not come from old circles. Some people preferring that you're uncertain. If past grievances do resurface, address them calmly, and don't let them pull you backward. Forward momentum is here in this reading. So it's just trying to indicate that the jobs that you've been interviewing for feel promising. More importantly, the version of you stepping into feels stronger. So Scorpio, I feel like you're not desperate anymore, and that's a title shift. You're selective, and ironically, that's when doors tend to open. So keep looking ahead, keep practicing, keep putting yourself out there. Again, thank you for spending time here at Hermit in the Woods Tarot. If you like the video, Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Comment what part hit home and where you're watching from. The small cabin only works because you show up. And remember, the Hermit doesn't chase the throne, he prepares for it. And when he sits down, it's because he earned it. And I think, Scorpio, you've earned it. So, hopefully you get that job. Hopefully you get that promotion. Again, thank you.